You would think that the more experienced you become as a driver, the better you would become at it, and while some continue to progress in their safety and common sense, others become much worse with their skills because they aren't paying enough attention. No one can pass their driving test without first being able to park, but this skill quickly goes out of the window if ignored thereafter. The Mini on the right has been left there at the owner's convenience, but without a thought for the bus and delivery drivers who have to have access to the high street. This is such a popular way to display your arrogance that the Vauxhall driver has chosen to do the same thing. Here in Church Crooken during the rush hour, the traffic is already heavy, but this queue is only there because of somebody's bad parking where, rather than putting their car somewhere that isn't in the way, they've chosen to save themselves a few seconds of walking time, while costing the rest of the motorists collectively about an hour of extra journey time. Take a look at this for classic parking. While this Peugeot isn't in the way until a tanker arrives, this is a supermarket where there is hundreds of actual spaces to choose from. The supermarket is of course one of the very best places to witness thoughtless parking. This Mondeo is causing quite an obstruction due to driver carelessness. As petrol stations have become mini-marts, another type of ignorance has become popular. Using pump space to collect a pint of milk is such an insult to other road users who are queuing up to buy petrol. People seem to think as long as they have their hazard lights on they can dump their car wherever they like. Where are those traffic wardens? Everybody is in a rush these days, and this predicament causes impatience, bad decision making and risk taking. It really isn't something to be applauded for. Here's a good reason to keep your distance. The driver of the M-Class Mercedes is clearly not thinking ahead, and if it wasn't for keeping a safe distance, this could have easily turned into a tidy little shunt. The driver of this minicab is so impatient that this happens. Of course, the driver of the Vauxhall is at fault too, for not matching the speed of the busy traffic on the slip road. This can cause a real nuisance for the drivers behind. Not everybody likes to drive at the same speed, so if you have somebody wanting to overtake you in a country lane, don't put your foot down as they're trying to pass. Give them some space and ease off the throttle to make this safer for them. Never go round corners faster than you can stop. You never know what awaits you there. Some drivers lose their spatial skills as they get older, like this chap in his tiny car, leaving so much room to pass the parked cars that he is causing the oncoming traffic to slow down to avoid an accident. I'm sure that most people know what the lights on their car are for, but as I drive around I wonder if maybe some people have no clue, don't care, or simply got somebody else to take their driving test. Some don't know when to turn them on, and some don't know when to turn them off, and some aren't sure what indicators are best used for. Brake lights on modern cars are made so bright using LED bulbs that they can become more of a pest than a safety feature. Why don't more people apply the handbrake while waiting at the lights? Then I will be able to see where I'm going once the lights go green. I've taken to switching off my dipped beam while behind such drivers in a vain attempt to get them to notice that I currently look like a sun-dried tomato. Doesn't seem to work though. The driver of this Audi is maintaining speed down this steep hill in West Sussex with the brakes. There is something slightly hazardous about doing this though. For one thing, prolonged braking causes the brake fluid to boil and the discs to get hot. So should an emergency occur, the brakes will not be working as effectively as they should. The other issue is that the brake warning lights are already on, so there will be no warning should this driver need to stop suddenly. When coasting down steep hills, select a lower gear. This will maintain your speed, not give off the wrong signal, and makes for better car control. You really shouldn't leave on your dipped beam should you be parked on the wrong side of the road. Dipped beam is aimed towards the left. It's a legal requirement. So if you are parked on the opposite side of the road, you are blinding the traffic trying to get past you. Whoever you are, if you are not thinking about the way you are driving, then your skills are diminishing rather than improving. pay attention to everything that you and other road users are doing, and have a safer, more pleasurable journey.